Hello everyone! Today we continue working with the Italian dress. The pattern is ready. This is how the dress will fit me. I want to make the armhole a bit tighter. I'll show you how to do it. I need to make this opening smaller. Make a cut here. And one more in one of these two openings. I'll make it here. Now I can make this opening a bit smaller. I made the opening 1 cm smaller. Next I need to match the waistlines to make the side seams even. Now you know how to divide a dart in 3 ones and how to adjust an armhole. Have a look at the armhole before you start working with fabric. Adjust it if you feel that it's not at the perfect shape. Anyway, I remind you that it's okay for it to be a bit loose. It's also very important that the side seams should be even. Now we can move on to working with fabric. I want to remind you that there is a regular shoulder dart on this side, both on the yoke and the dress itself. There is also a yoke on this shoulder. This shoulder dart matches the yoke seam. Let's start working with the back. This is going to be the right side, and this the left one. The length of the dress on the center back is 136 centimeters. So I need to measure 141 centimeters. I'm adding 5 centimeters for an overcast. I'm making a dress of modeling fabric. I think that 140 centimeters are enough. 4 centimeters for an overcast. The width of the back is 76 centimeters, so I need to measure 38 centimeters now. I can measure just 36 centimeters because I don't have enough fabric to make the dress wider. I remind you that the dress should be made wider down from this point. It's signed here. You can use a ruler to draw a beautiful line. It is written here on the pattern that the dress should be made wider down from this point. This dress will be 2 centimeters tighter than the original one. There will be a seam on the center back. I need to make a notch in the neckline. Do not forget to make notches on the waistline and the bottom of the pattern. This is the right detail. I need to cut it right along this pattern. I need to add 5 mm seam allowance to the armhole. I'm cutting just the upper detail, the right one. I'm not cutting the left detail. I can cut the side seams of the two details together. I'm cutting the back now. I remind you that the upper parts of the dress are a bit asymmetric. Ladies, we need to look amazing. Next, I need to turn the detail to draw a bias yoke. I think that I'll take the center back first. I know that I will have to remove the taking to insert the yoke in the seam. Anyway, it will be more convenient to work this way. Oh, I need to trace the dart. I forgot to do it. When I cut this pattern for a yoke, I'll sign the right and the wrong sides. Now I can detach the pattern. Next, I need to draw a bias yoke. I can move these details aside now and remove the pins from the fabric. Now I need to pin the pattern to the second detail. This is where it should be attached. This is how the left detail looks like. Do not forget that the dress is getting wider down from this point. Check if the details are even. The distance between the waistline and the armhole should match in the two details. Very nice. Just cut the extra piece. This is the back. I need to attach the yoke to it. Do not throw patterns away. We'll need it to make the second yoke. When I cut the yoke, I'll take it. This is the neckline. If you get sharp angles here after moving dart, do not forget to make the line smooth. Now I can tack the yoke to the back. I'll also tack the dart here. I'll move on to working with the front when the back is ready. Don't be afraid of working with patterns. This side will be covered with the yoke. There is a shoulder dart here, and there will also be one in the yoke. Next, I need to tack this small yoke. This is how the seam looks like now. It's not flat because I moved the shoulder dart in it. There is a regular shoulder dart on the right side and a yoke on the left. You saw the original dress. It's kinda spotty. The chest darts were removed, but the shoulder ones were left intact. I love such details. Of course, it is possible to remove these darts too, but I don't recommend doing it. I'm attaching the cut piece of the pattern back. I need to do it to draw the second yoke. This is how the pattern looks like, and this is where the yoke ends. Next, I need to sign that these are the right and the wrong sides. I need to do it in order not to make a mistake when tagging the dress. I need to trace the dart in order to draw it on the wrong side. This is the right side. I love the fact that while making this dress, I show you so many different useful techniques. Do not forget that the yoke will be just on one half of the dress, so I need to cut just one layer of fabric. Do not forget to sign the right and the wrong sides. I drew the dart. Now I can detach the pattern and take the pins out. Next, I need to tag the dart. It may seem like it takes very long to cut and tag this dress, but it actually doesn't. If I was doing it off the camera, it would have taken me much less time. This is how the dart looks like now. I can move this piece of fabric aside. I removed the tagging from the center back enough to be able to insert the yoke in it. I tagged the bottom of the yoke. When making a dress, you should edge the yoke and iron the dart before attaching it to the dress. It should match the one in the dress itself. This is the center back. I need to insert the yoke in the center back seam. Perfect. This is how the yoke looks like now, just like I wanted it to. I want to tack the seams to the dress for it to fit me better at a fitting. This is how the dress looks like now. You know that it's not hard to make it. I think that the dress looks very interesting. Of course, the darts should be stitched and ironed. I'm taking them for a fitting. It's very convenient to work with a perfect basic pattern. In this case, you don't need to worry whether the dress will fit you or not. Very nice. The dress is almost ready. I need to make the pleats on the bottom. I want to remove everything from the table for you to have a close look at the back. Now let's have a look at the original dress. You should use this video as a guidance. The first pleat is 11 cm away from the center front. My dress is a bit tighter, so 10 cm will be enough. The width of the pleats will be 3.5 cm. Next, I need to mark one more pleat 3 cm further. 10 cm, 3.5 cm, 3 cm, 3.5 cm. This is how the pleats will look like, just like in the original dress. You can make them a bit tighter at the top. Next, I need to do the same thing on the other side. After that, I'll tack them. 10 cm, 3.5 cm, 3 cm, 3.5 cm. I think that the back of this dress is absolutely amazing. This fabric is of low quality. I use it for making mock-ups. Now I can tack the pleats. You already know how to make them. This is how the top part of the dress looks like. And this is how the lower part of the dress looks like. The hips are pretty wide. The width of the bottom in the original dress is 176 cm. This dress is a bit tighter. You can make it 180 cm wide. In this case, each half of the back and the front should be 45 cm wide. The back is ready. That's all for today. Next time, I will show you how to make the front. After that, I'll tack the dress and try it on. Be different and beautiful. Don't be afraid of experiments and learn to work with patterns. You can change the designs I show you however you like. Remember that practice makes perfect. My name is Paushta Irina. Guys, please subscribe to my channel, write comments, share videos, press the like and the bell buttons. I really need your support. Thank you. Goodbye.